And that's the smoother part.
We wanted to show you a little bit because it is like a washboard, literally, right?
Yeah.
I mean, our Airstream would drag. That'd be our issue.
Yeah.
But there's some big fifth wheels back there. No, we would not want to pull the Airstream. What an amazing backdrop, though. In January 2025, we accepted summer work camping positions for the Crater Lake Natural History Association in Oregon. We had been wintering in southern Arizona desert, and Jim and I were excited to spend the summer in the green and beautiful Pacific Northwest. But we didn't realize Crater Lake still had over 9 feet of snow, and most of it would still be there on our scheduled May 19th arrival date. This video is the 6th of our series, From Desert to Snow. In this episode, we leave Moab, Utah, and travel a short 100 miles west to the South Temple Wash Campground on BLM land, located at the base of the stunning San Rafael Reef, a 75-mile-long rocky spine that reaches up to 1,000 feet high and forms the eastern edge of the San Rafael Swell. The campground had only 10 sites, and they were first come, first serve. Needless to say, we planned on arriving early.
South Temple Wash Campground. There we are. Here's the sites.
There's plenty of sites.
I think so. Look at the people in the tents up there.
All right, so we just pull in and then decide where
Pick
we
which one we want. Which one you want?
So I don't know how they're way over there.
Because, I don't know, if they had a vehicle that took them there.
There's someone behind us, so.
Is there?
Yep. Just pulling in up and we can get out.
Oh, if I can turn around, there's sites over there. All right, let's wander around and see what we want to do.
Yeah. Campsites at the South Temple Wash are a mere $15 per night. But with our Senior America the Beautiful Pass, we paid just $7.50 per night. Quite a deal. No, we would not want to pull the Airstream. What an amazing backdrop, though.
And that's the smoother part.
We wanted to show you a little bit because it is like a washboard, literally, right?
Yeah.
I mean, our Airstream would drag. That'd be our issue.
Yeah.
But there's some big fifth wheels back there, and I can't imagine dragging our camper across that road.
Yeah, I think a base camp would be fine, going back into there, or a trade wind, something with the heavier tires and the
higher rise.
The lift kit on it. So maybe if we put a 3-inch lift kit on the Airstream, we could get away with that.
But I mean, the views are, if you're gonna boondock, wow, Utah, you got it going on.
Yeah, this is Goblin Valley State Park, if we haven't said it. We're not staying at the state park, but we're just up the road a bit at some BLM land, and which is stunning in itself. And anyway, this is an incredible place to be. So we're just a little ways into the hike, and not even to where the trail splits yet.
No.
But the scenery is spectacular here.
Yeah, the colors, all different shapes of rock. We get to be right down in the canyon, so it'll be interesting. We're going to some slots, supposedly, right?
I hope so, yeah. We can't, we started too late, normal for us, to walk the whole, was it 8.5 mile about trail. So we're going to walk about a mile in and a mile out, and so we're going to go against the grain on the way out. But hopefully we can get to see those slots up the road just a little bit.
The trail is very well marked so far. It's very open. The beginning is kind of narrow, but then it opens up to a really nice path. It's very easy to walk.
All right, let's continue.
Get going.
I wanna wander out of the valley where the river takes us far away from home. Time to ponder in the fields around me where there's nothing but the breeze and the great unknown.
What is this? What kind of rock is this? Do you have any idea? Looks like slate, but it's a pale green color.
This is so cool. Look at this.
Sunrise in our eyes, so sweet to be far from home. Our hands stretched out the window.
I just want to feel it. It looks really smooth. I mean, there's a lot of sand here, so I can see it's probably really oh, wow. It is super smooth. It feels like somebody's, like, polished it.
All we need is love in the shelter. All we need is love. All we need is love.
Oh, this has got to be the way, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see. Hi. How are you? What's your name?
It's Cooper.
Hi, Cooper.
Hey, Cooper.
Did you do the whole trail?
Yeah, he did the whole trail.
Wow, what a good boy.
I think he's going to be very excited to see the car.
Yeah, good boy. Probably get some water, huh?
Yeah.
Careful. Well done.
Up and in. And further up.
In the shelter. All we need is love. All we need is love in the shelter. All we need is love.
It looks like a dead end.
More scramble.
Somebody threw a bunch of rocks in our way.
Look at the color of the sky and all the rocks. It is absolutely stunning. Just amazing, beautiful here. You know, if you're a vlogger on YouTube, one of the things to consider when you go on hikes like this is you're going to be walking 3 or 4 times as far as anybody else, because you're going to leave the camera and walk away. Then you got to go back and get the camera and carry it and set it on up ahead too. Get your exercise in though.
Unbelievable.
It's looking pretty skinny up there.
Come with me. Oh my God. Okay, now I'm starting to get a little nervous.
We saw people coming out.
The walls are closing in on us. Do we not want to be in here in an earthquake?
No.
Sideways only. I told you. You gonna go in front of me and I'll get some of you? Can you get behind me? feeling about this?
There's nothing above. Nothing's going to fall on me, so I'm good. We were having lunch and I noticed this tree, and you see how its root kind of goes along, and it had to do what it had to do to survive. And it kind of reminds me of, was it Michael Crichton's book, Jurassic Park? I think he had a line in there about somehow life will do what it needs to do to survive.
Falls off the mountainside, and in these bones the glory of the earth sky burns bright in me till the day I die, and I will hold you in my heart. I will hold you in my heart, and I will keep you in my thoughts. The time forgot.
Make sure you bring a lot of water. Hydrate. On our travels here, we saw a lot of this that's behind me with the green layers, and I just don't know what that is. It's so interesting. We know what the red is and, the purple, but I am going to look stuff up and see if we can figure out what that color is in the rocks. If you know what is causing that green color or whatever kind of stone that is, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think it is, or if you have information for me on it.
Dance we did till the sun went down, and I will hold you in my heart, and I will keep you in my thoughts. The time forgot. I will hold you in my heart, and I will keep you in my thoughts. The time forgot. The time forgot.
So hey, have you checked the batteries today?
Oh, that's good. That's those Watt Cycle batteries. Yeah, let's look real quick on the app. And in fact, I'll use the BMS Meta app. There's the two apps I can use. And let's see where we are on it. And we'll check Donald. We'll see what Donald is like. There it is, 64% power yet. What are we drawing right now? We're drawing about 65 watts with just a little bit of stuff we got going on. I guess the inverter's running right now so we can charge the laptop. But we've been here how long, Michelle? 2
This will be our second night.
Our second night. So tomorrow will be the third day here.
Yep.
And we have found out that the setup does not charge. When the alternator in the truck does not charge the lithiums at all when we're going down the road. So that's kind of important to know. So either we got to add solar or got to get a DC to DC charger, something like that. Really, really happy. We just have the two watt cycle batteries. In fact, if you didn't see the video where I took out our wet cells and put the watt cycles in, I'll put the link to the video up here, and I'll put a QR code like down here somewhere. But very simple install, very fair priced lithium batteries, and they're working really, really well.
Yeah. We've been really happy with them.
Yeah, really happy. It takes away all the stress of worrying about the batteries. In fact, I'm at the inverter right now, and the only thing really running on it is I'm charging up the laptop to do some video editing, because I ran it almost dead earlier today.
Yeah, so what are you cooking tonight?
Picanha. So it's a cut of beef that most people don't usually get. It comes in a big slab, and you have to cut your own steaks off. So I've cut us a couple really nice looking steaks here, and I got them salt and peppered up. I've got the pan. I'm getting it just smoking hot, the cast iron. We didn't set up the Blackstone out here. A little afraid of critters. There, you can see the smoke starting to come off it. Then I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil on it, and then some butter. We'll fry up and brown up the butter on there.
Sounds delicious.
Should be yummy.
They look amazing. I can't wait. I am so hungry after our day of hiking and rock climbing and adventure. So let's eat.
It's all in our hands, this life of time that's given to us all. It gathers round each night, each morn. We watch it pass and grow.
Good morning. So we've been a couple days at the South Temple Wash Campground, and it's moving day. It's time to go up near Salt Lake City. And there's something that I wanted to show you. Some of you may have an issue like we do with a Ford receiver on your truck. So follow me back here. I'll show you what's going on. So it's right here. And if your Ford receiver is like ours, there's a lot of play in it. And it just rattles around, and we find that gives us a lot of porpoising. So I got one of these brackets here, and then I'm putting in a, grade 5, grade 8, whatever the hardened steel is, washer right there. I don't know if you can see that. So that's in there, provide a bit of a shim. And then I have this in, and then we simply tighten these nuts up on here. See, it takes all that rattle out, and then the truck and the Airstream are going to work more as one anytime we come across any kind of bumps in the road or dips or swells or anything like that. Anyway, this has really helped us. If you've used anything similar to this, or if you have any other recommendations, let me know. Oh, and I've made sure before I raise up my jack that all of our stabilizers are up. You don't ever want to forget that. All right, so it's about time to go check with Michelle, make sure she's got everything inside all packed up and ready to go. We're heading from here up near Salt Lake City, Deer Creek State Park, and we're going to be there for a couple nights. Oh, report on the batteries and everything. Those watt cycle batteries have been working out absolutely great for us. We were here 2 nights. We've still got about 30% of battery power. I'll try to throw up on the screen, probably right over here, the kind of the battery meter and what's going on with them. I used 2 different ones. I'm using both the BMS data one that works with our batteries, and Watt Cycle now has a app too that works. The Watt Cycle one seems to be a little more persnickety. Sometimes it doesn't read the battery percentage, and so I just press, there's like a notification or a warning button there, and I just press that and then X out of it because there never is any kind of warning or notification, and then everything is working just fine. So maybe Watt Cycle can look at that and see what's going on. But so far so good. We've been really, really happy with those 2 lithium batteries. And again, I just did the 2 batteries just as a replacement for the wet cells that we had, and it's worked out great. So, but now it's time to go check with Michelle and make sure we're getting everything hooked up and ready to go.
Wait. Let me stand on the thingies.
I think I need to go forward a little bit.
Yeah, you have to pull back out. All right, try backing up. Backing up.
The letter R for reverse.
Correct. Whoa! Yes, you're in.
Ironically, I never even touched the gas.
It's got to be a fast idle or something.
Then I set the parking brake, like that. Shut off the truck, and do the final hookups.
No, don't sleep on your dream.